and Court is here to get you ready, not only for your Thursday, but the changes we'll see as we head into the weekend.
Yeah, and those changes, Kelly, are substantial, so get ready. Pack that extra water, wear the light, loose-fitting clothing, and don't forget those sunglasses. It's going to be hotter and bright outside today. Here is a 1-hour time-lapse look from our Tuscan Butte camera, and you can see it is a little breezy. The trees swaying there in the foreground. We are seeing the sky getting brighter early on this morning, and it's going to be a very bright and toasty afternoon ahead. 60s to 70s in the valley right now, 72 degrees in Redding, 68 for Chico. We're in the 50s to 60s in the foothills and 30s to 40s in our mountain zones. Why we're seeing this bigger disparity this morning? The downslope north winds keep valley areas warmer while they cool down the mountains a bit. That's why we're seeing 30s to 40s in the mountains as opposed to the 40s to 50s we were seeing yesterday, and it's why we're still seeing 70s in the valley as opposed to low to mid 60s like yesterday as well. So right now, sustained wind out of the northeast to 12 miles an hour in Redding. Throughout the day, we're looking at gusts potentially up to 30 miles an hour out of the north along I-5, especially this morning in the northern end of the valley in I-5 corridor. We are seeing winds getting stronger midday with those 30-mile-an-hour gusts continuing to be possible, and that persists into your afternoon commute home. Again, the strongest winds to the north and west sides of the valley. East sides of the valley not quite as breezy, so good news if you're trying to head out to the Thursday night market in Chico, not quite as strong as what we're seeing along the I-5 corridor. Still gusting up to 30 miles an hour throughout your Friday morning, and then starting to see that diminishing a little bit towards the afternoon, and then it's a shift to south winds heading into Saturday as a cooler system tracks south into the Pacific Northwest, and that's going to result in a very welcome cooling trend through your Father's Day weekend as well. Clear skies overhead in your hyper-local look at the satellite and radar. Low pressure off to our east is going to drive those north winds today as it interacts with this ridge of high pressure building in from the Pacific. And the high pressure is what's leaving us with the hotter temperatures and the dry and mostly sunny conditions. Throughout the day today, mostly sunny at 8 a.m. with a few thin clouds passing on through. Noon today, mostly sunny. It's going to be a bright lunch hour, and it's going to start to get really toasty out there. Some limited clouds in the mountains, and then sunny for your afternoon today. We'll stay mostly sunny throughout most of your Friday. Just a few thin clouds brushing on by, but that's about it. And then as we do head into your weekend, we start to see a few more clouds drifting across our region as low pressure tracks south from the Gulf of Alaska into the Pacific Northwest. That's going to cool us down a bit and lead to those south winds this weekend as well. A few more clouds on the way for Father's Day Sunday. Showers possible close to the Oregon border and coast on Monday, and that's the peak of our cooling. And then we're clearing back out and warming up a little through the middle of next week. Highs today, mostly 80s in the northern mountains, mostly sunny there. Mostly sunny for the Sierra with 70s to low 80s. Foothill areas in the 70s to upper 80s this afternoon. 87 degrees for Paradise, 86 for Magalia and Forest Ranch. Mid to upper 90s for the northern end of the valley and mostly sunny with sustained winds up to 20 miles an hour out of the north. Mid 90s in the mid-valley today. So again, get ready and wear those light layers before you head out and about. Your Storm Tracker's 7-day forecast for your weekend's always in view. The peak of the heat is Friday with mid to upper 90s in Chico. We'll end up back in the lower 90s Saturday with mid 80s for Father's Day Sunday. And Kelly, the peak of the cooling, mid 70s Monday. Temperatures rebounding towards the middle of next week. Redding, 100 degrees projected for Friday. Mid 90s Saturday with mid to upper 80s for Father's Day Sunday. Then cooling into the mid 70s on Monday. Temperatures then rebounding back into those lower 90s for the middle of next week. So it's going to be dangerous heat possible Friday, but then that welcome cooling trend through your Father's Day weekend.